Let's take a look at this kingdom. What's the match score? Is it 1-2 Hakka's favor? That's what I'm guessing. I honestly don't remember. No, it's 2-1. Oh, I won both of the first two games. Good for me. Okay. Draw. Daimyo is draw. Capital City can be draw if you make money in your action phase. So Grand Market followed by Capital City is like a double laboratory. Jester followed by Capital City is a single laboratory. Cursed Village once again can be draw. Away the Owl is also draw. So yeah, draw to X looks quite good here, I think. You can reduce your hand size with Capital City and Mill, plus there's trashing with Plan, Church, Modify. Oh, Knights are back. Why do you keep getting these draw decks Knight Kingdoms? Here, I think Daymana is much less significant. This is not a get Daymana and win Kingdom. But Knights still look potentially quite significant. A lot of the stuff you want to play with is in Knight's range. Daimyo can't get hit, but just about everything else can. Probably you want to get a Grand Market at some point. The best way to get plus buy. You can also gain things with a Modify. So you can trash your coppers, which you probably want to do anyway. You could also just discard your coppers with Mill and Capital City as a way to get to Grand Market, or you could just remodel something into Grand Market. I think most of this kingdom looks pretty relevant. I could even conceive of Rebuild being relevant here. You could turn your estates into mills. It's probably the least likely card to matter. Um, I wouldn't even rule that card out entirely. You could even turn your estates into Dame Josephine. It's a good case for Rebuild. And then you can play it as Way of the Owl once you're done doing your stuff. Okay, Hakha has opened with a church. How do I want to open? Plan on church by church, trash an estate immediately. Double church, mill plus church. Hmm. I have Hakha pegged as a double church enjoyer, but he subverted my expectations last game. See how predictable he is. I think I like double church a lot. If they collide, you can set aside once and then play the other as Way of the Owl, and that's a beautiful turn. I keep doing the things I expect Hakha to do. Maybe I just think Hakha is a good player, and so I expect him to do the things that I think are correct, and he keeps proving me wrong. I mean, he did win last game, so. But you know what I mean. Actually, I should set aside. Well, am I buying a Daimyo here? Daimyo feels premature. I don't have. I mean, Daimyo in church is fine. You can set aside and then do the thing without a second church. But I think I want to get a good thing in my deck before buy Daimyo. Like a thing I'd really want to double play. A Jester or Modify. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not buying Daimyo yet. I should set aside this way. I'm going for the immediate Daimyo. I think I'm going to trash an estate and buy a Modify, and then I'll start thinking about Daimyo here. Okay, Hawkeye's just going for the single church. He is Polish. I think they tend to be more anti-schismatic. I guess that makes sense thematically. Uh, Plan Daimyo? Just buy a mill? Just buy Daimyo already? I think I got two churches and a Modify. I don't think I need to do the plan thing. I think I just want to click Daimyo for a bit here. Crash two, crash a third, gain a mill. Okay, so Hawkeye has a Daimyo in his deck. He doesn't have any phenomenal targets. But for example, he could double play a mill, pitch a bunch of cards, draw back up with an owl, and have a bunch of money. I think it's probably the best case scenario for this turn. Is he hitting five here? I think so. No, he's not. Yes, he is. The one victory point does not mean he has an estate left. That's from the mill. So this is just all coppers, right? He'll hit five, he'll buy something nice. The discard attack from Sir Michael actually isn't that significant here with Owl and Chris Village around. The Knights are not bad. I could see Sir Michael. I could see probably modifies works for him. He doesn't have any states left. I think it's probably either Sir Michael or Jester. Oh, he. What's this last card? I thought he had six coppers left. Apparently, I made that up. I've trashed no coppers then. I thought it. Wait, no, I trashed a copper. What are you doing, Haka? Oh, he's just buying another Daimyo. I mean, Daimyo is a really good card, so I'm not gonna say this is a terrible idea, but that's like I think you need a thing in your deck. Okay, with cards that put you in debt, for example, I think in general You put a gainer, for example, in your deck, and then you're like, okay, I can go into debt forever, and I don't need to buy things because I can gain whatever I need off of the gainer, like modify, for example, and then I can afford to just buy Daimyo return. But I think the situation you end up in here is sometimes it's just like you get stuck in debt and you keep clicking Daimyo and then you don't ever get out and buy the card you need. You just need like one of these, and then you can stay in debt for as long as you want. But we'll see. He does make a whole bunch of money doing this little thing in the jig. So maybe he just hits five here and then finally gains a real thing. I don't know. How am I starting my turn? Probably, let's see, if I Daimyo the mill, I will draw three total cards. I can pitch those four cards. I can trash a copper. I can modify something. I don't know what the modify is doing. Okay. So, what are my bottom four cards? Copper? Three of them are copper, and one of them is a mystery card. I have two victory points. Have I trashed? There's an estate left. Aha. Okay. Probably I double play the mill, I think seems correct. And then I will modify the estate, draw with the church, have a bunch of money. This is probably just another daimyo, right? Where did Haka buy next turn? Did he buy another daimyo? I confess to being confused. This is a bad hand. I don't like this hand. I very much dislike this hand. Admittedly, this is actually not unlikely. Unlike the previous turns, I did not get a church play. I doubled my church instead of playing it normally. So, to some extent, my fault. But like, if I found a daimyo and any card, my turn would kick off, and I got two of them. Like, double daimyo and mill. Uh, daimyo, play a church, set aside a bunch, then play it as owl. Which wouldn't be an ideal play because your daimyo gets stuck aside, but I'd still guarantee that I have a turn. Can I draw a daimyo? No, I am unhappy about my turn. I don't like this. Okay, so Hakka got to Grand Market without even the coppers. Yeah, I think I'm probably behind now. Got the daimyos. I'll play Grand Market a bunch. I had such grand ambitions for this turn. Modify the churches into something and then play those and find the daimyo. I guess I just owl this. Finding coppers is good. It's unfortunate that I just drew both daimyos off the top, but what you gonna do? Okay, this hand is fine. Where did this go so wrong? I feel quite behind now. Uh, he's opening Church Mill, which I mean that seems like a fine opening. I don't know. I still think I like Double Church better. If you just find one card, you'd rather be the Church than the Mill. And if you find them both, well, you can just do Church and then play the other one as an owl anyway. Yeah, I think I'm lost. He's got all the daimyos. Uh, this doesn't look so good. Uh, Pretty sure I want to discard here and then play an owl. My bottom cards, I think, are just a modified image of coppers. A discard like this. Maybe this is best. Pitch, owl. My daimyo, it's missing again. Hmm, what a conundrum. I was hoping, for example, like daimyo modify, trash a church, play it as owl, draw back around, but maybe that was just not a reasonable goal. I think I'm dead in the water here. If I play the church, owl the modify, then I draw the daimyo, but there's nothing down there worth playing, right? There's a second church, owl the church, and hope to draw into the daimyo, but then Even if I'm playing the mod, I could Daimyo modify, maybe find the church. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it didn't even work out. This is looking pretty hopeless. So I'll just trash a copper. There you are, Daimyo. A little bit late. Jester's pretty bad now because the deck is full of Daimyos, which I can't gain. Thinking a Cursed Village looks pretty good here. It's an owl, it's a village rather than terminal. I would really like to, for example, Daimyo modify, turn a mill into a grand market, turn a church into a something and draw all that. That's going to be fairly terminal intensive. Miserable. Yep. Very accurate hex. This is honestly not a bad game. I mean, I hate knights, but knights haven't been a problem thus far, at least. Um, think I don't know. Either Hakha3 draws have been better than mine, or I've misread this kingdom. Both are possibilities. I think Daimyo and Grand Market seems like a reasonable game plan, but I would have expected to get there a little bit faster, and I was wrong about that. Okay, so let's pitch one more time. First village. Okay, now my bottom card. Is okay. So I could play. Oh, I should have kept them. I kind of forgot about the plan to multiple play grand markets. Okay, maybe my plan then is trash church with modify, gain Sir Michael, Daimyo Sir Michael, and just try to hit all of Shaka's grand markets, and then he's in trouble. I don't know. I think the answer is I'm in trouble. Die. I didn't actually have to modify this, or I didn't have to play the owls modify. Play the modify. I'm just so distraught I can't even make sentences anymore. I didn't have to play the owl. Dang, I did it again. I didn't have to play the modify using Way of the Owl, uh, because I could have just cantripped the Daimyos and drawn into this from Michael. So like that modify could have trashed another copper, I think. Oopsie. Got a mill. Got a grand market. Got a grand market. I was close. The problem is he only really needed the one grand market, and then he plays a million Daimyos and the one, and then it's fine. I now have 7 money. I would buy a Daimyo here if I could, but I cannot. Haka can't mid-turn gain anything, so I'm not at threat of getting hit with a knight next turn. If I were, I would think I might need to buy a second modify because I really need to play my modify a bunch. I'm thinking either Cursed Village or Capital City, and then once again, I would like to Daimyo modify, trash these into something better, and then play those. I think Cursed Village is still a better card. That's not clear. Capital City, final answer. It's a very one-dimensional deck. If, if I if I could have gotten this grand market, what would he have done? I mean, it was not that realistic that I hit 3 grand markets in a row. Two is still fairly fortunate, but imagine if his deck was just all daimyos and nothing else. So now what do you do if you're Haka? He doesn't have anything to trash really with modify. Okay, yeah. I think he's in trouble now because my plan is once again just play a million knights, I think, and try to hit all of his non-daimyo cards. Uh, if I daimyo the Sir Michael a bunch and play it, it can trash multiple knights and it only gets trashed once, which is a nice thing for me. I mean, it's just a terrible interaction. I hate knights, but it happens to be fortunate for me in this game as a way to unjustly claw myself back here. I think just Sir Michael a bunch of times for the moment. See what I hit. Just daimyos. Who could have guessed? Got the church, got the grand market. There is only one more card down there that I could conceivably hit, whatever this card is. It might be a daimyo. It's probably daimyo. Uh, Everything in the discard is now untrashable. The discard is just 3 daimyos. I've hit one grand market. If that bottom card is a grand market, I would really like to trash it. And there's exactly a 1 in 4 chance that it is. Also 1 in 4 chance that it's a knight. Let's just go ahead and start by doing this and draw back up. The bottom card is a mill, I believe. Hmm. How do I want to do this? I gotta start with Daimyo, I guess. I could modify Church into Dame Molly, play Daimyo, play Mill, discard a bunch, Owl. Maybe that's the better line. If I start with Daimyo, I don't want to modify twice. Because if I trash the Church in the Mill, I can't play whatever I gained off of the modify. So yeah, I think I actually just do this now. Gain a card, Dame Molly. Pretty please be the Grand Market. This hits the same number either way, but doing it this way instead of doing it the owl way means I can buy a Grand Market myself. Did I get it? No, it was just another daimyo. Of course it was. Okay, so he's got his Grand Market in his hand. Sad. Oh, he's also got a knight in his hand, so maybe I buy one more knight here. I think I value Grand Market more, probably. I'm not sure whether Haka is going to play the Grand Market a million times or the knight or both. I already got two knights in my deck, so that's if he plays the knight, it probably dies. Never mind, I'm looking at both of my two knights in the hand. And now thinking maybe that Grand Market should have dispensed Sir Destry. We'll see what he does. Ooh. I guess I could have predicted that. All of his daimyos are in the deck. But the bad news of this is it probably means I'm getting hit with knight a million times and losing my Grand Market. And that's just rude, trashing your opponent's only Grand Market. I think that just put him in a little bit of an awkward situation, right? He doesn't have that much money, right? That one Grand Market died. Is he only hitting four here? Or does he have another mill? I think he has another mill in his deck. Darn it. Wait, is that last card in his hand? Yeah, there's only one mill in the trash, and he definitely had two mills at some point. So I think his last. Oh, now I'm really confused. If the last card in his hand. No, what? He only had one mill? What's going on? I'm so confused. I'm about to lose like my entire deck unjustly. Yeah, goodbye. Oh, that's a pretty painful one. Very painful one. Oh, he has two. Oh, that's right. He bought two, but he already had one. So that means he voluntarily, I'm pretty sure, chose to do the Daimyo and Sir Martin a million times. Too many times, in fact, I think. I don't think you need to play it that many times. Yeah, this hurt a lot. I valued many of those cards, all those cards. Just trashed most of my deck. This was a pretty poor draw. Seeing both of my knights in my starting hand and like none of the other good stuff that I didn't want to get trashed. Unlike Haka, who just keeps all his green markets in his hand. Third Destry, okay. He has six cards, so I need to play knights a total of three times. So I'll Daimyo one knight. Oh, maybe I don't. I might need to play knights a total of four times because if, for example, he reveals two trashable cards, one of them will end up in the discard, and then I would need to play knights an additional time to go back through his deck. I might want to Daimyo this or Michael. Actually, this might have been a very poor choice, actually. Hmm. I gotta reconsider. There's just nothing left in my deck, right? My discard pile is just like daimyos and like a copper or something. The trouble I've got is like I have to hit a non-negligible number here in order to advance my game state. I'm about to lose all my knights, I think. Uh, because I might need to play the mill multiple times. I've only got this one mill for money, right? I need to figure out what's on my deck right now. So Capital City and Curse Village eventually both got trashed. There is a mill and a daimyo down there. Copper and a Grand Market. How many coppers do I have? I have three total coppers. So am I wrong to say that my bottom cards are just like two daimyos and one copper? It feels correct to me. I don't want to play this again normally. Friggin' okay. I'd be in market. I think I'm not gonna play this again. It would just best case scenario hit the other night and we both lose it, and that is that kind of neutral. I need to owl it to hit a number. It is not three. And then what do I buy here? I don't have a great path to hitting a non-negligible number. I think I have to buy something that gives me money, right? And hope that I draw out my starting hand. Like if I lose the mill, I just can't buy anything. So Jester, Mill, Capital City would work. Jester could hit Grand Market, I guess. Do I need the village effect? Not that badly. I also don't have a plan for trashing these coppers because I've lost all my churches. I think that one was my doing. Modify? There's not great targets for that. I'm gonna take a Jester. I think I'm pretty lost. Goodbye, Jester. He's still got the one Grand Market left, doesn't he? The problem is that one Grand Market with seven Daimyos just becomes like two or three more things that I gotta trash. Yeah, I think he'll play his knight. He'll hit my Jester and my knight. I won't have any knights in the deck. I don't have any way to trash his Grand Markets. So assuming that happens, I think that'll just be the game. Yeah, GG. Hmm.